What's up, everybody? I'm the 1B, and we're going to do a little bit of video editing. Basically, I've been bringing over Twitch videos, old Twitch videos that I have, and to prep them for YouTube. So let's jump right into this. Currently, we are working on this one, Steredenn Part 4, which is about, I think, 2 hours and 20 minutes. 2 hours and 16 minutes. And then so this is the main file that I'll be working on, and then there's also a file in here that I'll use for the the end screen on YouTube. We'll pull that in. We're bringing that down into the project area from the media browser, and then we're going to pull the working file in. And so right off the bat, I like to just go ahead and delete tracks. We don't need any of these empty ones. And then right off the bat, again, the first thing I like to do is look at the beginning and see like where it starts, because we don't want to leave in this waiting at the beginning. We just want the video to kind of start. And so right about here, just before I say that, maybe like a frame here. Maybe right back a little bit right here. Basically, as soon as I open that, we're going to trim the front. We're going to listen. A couple more hours of... Right, so we're good there. So then as I scroll, we could zoom out even. So as I look through this, I like to look at the audio, because usually this is where you're going to be able to tell if there's a BRB, like if I've had to like leave for a moment. So you can kind of see right here, I paused. Let's see what's going on in here. Hold on one sec. As you can tell, I was sitting in a terrible chair. I hated it, and my bed isn't made. How dare you? My dog must have went in and out, maybe. Right. People kept opening my door and not shutting it all the way. And the puppy got out, and I would have to go chase him. Okay, so we know right off the bat now, right off the bat, I keep saying that. We're going to look for the pause. And then we're going to Control K, which gets rid of, splits the thing. Right. People kept opening my door. And we'll clip here. And we'll go ahead and delete that. You know what? This is about an hour. So this is an hour and 15 minutes, which is a little longer than I like, but we're going to look at the end. And we're going to see when I stop playing. Let's see here. You were at 25,767. I was at 10,700 for today's daily. Does it show you your overall high score? Okay, so like I started talking about that there. So basically once I die here is probably a good spot to cut it off. It's coming. Right about here. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's enough. That's a bunch of nonsense right there. And we're just going to go ahead and delete that. Okay, so now we have an hour clip, and this one is about an hour and 12 minutes. It's all right. And then basically what we're going to do now, like I said before, is we needed to add this end screen in. We're going to go ahead and drop it there. We're going to drop it here at the end. Come into here. And we're going to zoom in. Select it. Go to Effect Controls. And we're going to turn it up because I like it to be a little bit louder. Just in case. Did this fall? Just in case, I would rather you have to turn it down than have to not be able to turn it up, right? If it's already at 100% and you can't hear me, then there's a problem. So, then we need to scale frame because it's a little bit too big. The end here and do the same thing. We're going to turn up the audio. To scale frame size. Very beginning. We're going to hit I for in. The scrubber, I guess is what that's called. Put that at the end of this. I'm going to press O, and it always does a frame. I don't like that, but, you know, it does what it does, so I always pull it back to the exact spot. I don't need that frame of black at the end. And we're going to hit Control S to save. We're going to hit File, Export, Media. We're going to call this Steredenn Episode 6. Save. We're going to queue it. And then it's going to open up Adobe Media Encoder. And then we're going to jump to this one. There. I haven't started the render yet, just because we're going to get as many of those in there as possible before I hit the button. And we'll do it after I do this segment here. I like to hit Control Save again just to make sure something weird doesn't happen as I export. And then this is going to be episode 7. Yep. Save. And we'll queue. We have episode 6 here and episode 7, and that was cut out of a 2-hour and 15-minute clip, 2 hours, 16 minutes, whatever. And then I'm going to hit the queue here to start the queue, and it's going to render both of these out. It's going to take about 40 minutes, 20 minutes a piece for me. It's different for every system. But that's pretty it. There's a couple things in there that I hope that you picked up. That's kind of my workflow on this. I kind of am running out of hard drive space on these, so like I'm just giving you bits and pieces of the process of turning a VOD into a YouTube VOD, right? So I'm taking old YouTube VODs that haven't been moved over to YouTube, and I'm kind of doing, I got a video ready for the thumbnails, and then, which I made in Photoshop, and then I have a video for these videos here for the video editing of it. So once you get the VODs, you're going to also have the process of turning it in to a more consumable thing from Twitch to YouTube. Yeah, so I hope that these are helpful in some way. Kind of for me, it's about practice. It's about getting into a process and getting a good system down. But it's like this contentception thing for me where I take a piece of content, and in the process of prepping that content for YouTube, I then create more content by recording the process. And then once I go to prep those videos become process content as well. And so it's like just this never-ending cycle of content, and it's practice, and I hope that, and I'm going to get better at it and making better content out of it. And so hopefully I can get these videos, like this is 10 minutes, hopefully I can get these down to like 5 minutes, and you could be like bing bing bow, and you know, I don't think it's 10 minutes, it's going to be less once I cut it, but you get the idea. So hopefully some of this is helpful for you, and the only limit I have is hard drive space, so I'm going to give you as much of the process as I can give you without running out of hard drive space, because like obviously, like I said, I have content on content that's coming. So thanks again for watching. Hopefully it's helpful. Comment, subscribe, you know, all that business, and peace. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you did, please click the circle in the middle to subscribe. The rectangle on your left is another video. The rectangle on your right is a playlist of other videos that you may enjoy. Thanks again. Peace.